Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. And please share the video. It would be greatly appreciated as well. Let's talk Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 4, Episode 4. We start off with Masika and Ray. Mr. Ray. We start off with them talking about, launching a lip gloss line for Masika, and that's good. At least Masika's trying to do more, try to put money in her pocket and feed her child and trying to come up, so that's a good thing. And so now she's having Mr. Ray host a party because her and Zelly are not, friends right now, or they're in the outs. And so, Ray wants to go over the guest list, and they're going to decide to invite Zelly. And so it's up to Ray. Ray wants to invite Zelly, so he is, and he doesn't know why Zelly has a problem with him, because he only seen Zelly once, and that was in Atlanta, and he was, all sweaty. He had gold teeth. He had a Hennessy bottle in his hand, and he was drinking, and he had to curve him. So they talk about that, but Mr. Ray said Mr. Ray says he's going to handle Zelly and the whole situation, and it'll be good. So, but he's wrong. So then we get to Moniece, and Naya, and Cisco. They all meet up and they're talking and whatever, and basically they want to have an intervention for Tiara Marie because they feel like she really has she's an alcoholic and she needs help and she needs rehab, and they're trying to convey this message to Cisco to let him know that she really needs help, and are you down for her? And basically they was just asking Cisco, how was Tiara Marie in New York? He goes, everything was fine in New York. We didn't have no problems. We turned up in New York. We turned up here. Everything was good. But it seems like here is like a spiral, out of control type of situation. Moniece feels like, there's no way that Tiara Marie was able to control her behavior while she was in New York, because she believes that she's an alcoholic. And so they want to have an intervention. And they was asking Cisco, does he love Tiara Marie? And he was like, I care for her. And he was like, oh, so you don't even love her? And so that's what makes another big deal out of it, because they're coming to this guy telling Tiara's business and what's going on with her, which I don't know if Tiara Marie wants Cisco to know at this time and point, or want her friends to go behind her back and do this intervention with her boyfriend. So how do you guys feel about that situation? How would you feel if your friends wanted to have an intervention for you, and they tell your significant other, but you only been dating for like 2 or 3 months? And how would you feel about that situation? I don't know. Sometimes some people need to know what they're getting into. Like if they're getting into with a person that really does have a substance abuse problem and really does have a drug problem, like, they need help. And so it's really good to it's good information if someone schools you and let's say, hey, the person you're about to get in a relationship have these issues, and are you ready to deal with these issues? So I think they're looking out for Cisco and they're looking out for Tiara Marie. But how do you feel about them going behind her back and doing it? And could that possibly run someone away that's getting to know you? And we'll see. And so from that situation we get to Brooke, Valentina. She meets up with Booby and they're talking and all this other stuff, and then they greet each other like it's like so romantic, whatever. I don't know if they ever had sex or they're going to have sex or whatever, but it seems like they have chemistry, so they might as well just hook up and do their thing. And Brooke needs to just pay Marcus dust. So Booby's playing music, and Brooke, she starts to sing like the chorus parts, or feed off the lines that he's saying. It does sound good, so we'll see what happens with that situation. And it seems like they have more than just a friendship chemistry. It seems like they have really physical chemistry, that like friends that always wanted to have sex but never did. That's what it seems like. So we'll see what happens. And so you get Tia Marie the next day. Cisco shows up to her house, and Cisco feels like Tia Marie really doesn't have a alcohol. She's not really an alcoholic like that or whatever. And so he's trying to talk to Tia Marie and see what's going on with her. Like, why are you drinking? Why are you depressed? Are you depressed about life, or is it the music? What's your worries? And Tia Marie's like, everything. And she's like, you just don't get it. I rather drink a bottle than talk to you. I rather have a bottle than talk to you. So what that statement alone says that Tia Marie really probably does have a really serious drinking problem, and hopefully she can get the help that she needs, because I also thought that drinking alcohol hurts your vocals or whatever. And so Cisco also tells, Tia Marie that, he was in rehab for alcoholism and for pills or whatever, and they can help each other and they can work together. So it seems like maybe Cisco will really understand the struggle of Tia Marie and really assist her in getting help. But he does take her to go get some vitamin V or whatever to help her out with dehydration and probably curb, the craving for the alcohol, the shakes, and all that other stuff. I don't know how strong that stuff is, but I know vitamins are very good for you, especially if you get like an infusion like that. The shit look nasty though, but especially, hopefully it does help and hopefully it does work. And we can hear some music from Tia Marie, because we always want her to win. But I don't know how I feel about her friends going behind her back. You tell me what you think. And has a situation like that happened to you, where your friends go behind your back and talk to your partner? So then from there we get Solo Lucci. Solo Lucci meets up with, Alexa Sky, and he meets up with Alexa Sky. She tells him that she's not pregnant. And then did you guys notice a stripper on the stage? Like, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what type of dances she was doing. She looked like she probably was production, but there was no dollar bills. I was like, yeah, they should have just went to Nikki's club. What the hell was going on? So anyways, Alexa Sky and Solo Lucci's that are having an issue with Solo Lucci's baby mother being crazy, being a ride or die chick. And Solo Lucci says he's gonna take care of that situation, and I don't know if he's going to be able to control his baby mama. So moving forward, we get to Marcus and Brooke. They meet up, and Marcus sets up a romantic scene in the hills. He uses one of his homeboys' houses. He brings flour, alcohol, and everything, big bottle. And Brooke is not feeling it, and she tells him that if she was to have panties on, he'll be the last person to take them off. And he's like, I understand that, I get it. And so, Brooke feels like she was a side piece, a side chick. She felt really disrespected. Like, if you're having all these problems already with this dude Marcus, with him being married and then having his paralegal divorce him and have sex with her at the same time under your nose without you knowing, and you're hearing about it in the streets, 9 out of 10 he's not going to change. And if you take him back, it's going to happen over and over and over again. He doesn't seem sincere when he says that he's sorry, he really wants to work. He really seems like a con artist and a player, and he thinks too highly of himself. And also, what is the old saying? A zebra never changes their stripes. A tiger never changes his spots. So if you want to, Brooke, you can keep going down that lane. We'll see you 2 or 3 seasons down the line when he has like 5 or 8 other kids on you. So then after that situation, Solo Lucci, A1, and Marcus, they meet up to play pool. What's his name? Marcus is telling the guys that Brooke ain't got no panties on, and she's gonna go do music with Booby and the studio. And they explain to Solo Lucci who Booby is, and so Marcus was like, she's trying to make me jealous. And then A1's giving advice, well, you started because you was cheating on her and all this other stuff. And so Solo Lucci says, if I was you, I would have followed her, dude. I would have followed her. He sounds like he would have followed her straight up and down. And so anyways, A1 talks about his situation with Lyrica, not being able to work with female artists. Hopefully they can get over that situation and support each other, because sometimes you don't stay hot that long in this music business. And then Solo Lucci talks about his crazy baby's mother that's crazy, deranged, and she'll do whatever she got to do to make sure he does what he's supposed to do. So, and he makes her seem like she's all crazy and deranged, and everybody's like, oh, you know what, we're gonna bounce before she just shows up, because this is Love and Hip Hop. They come out the woodworks. And so it was funny when Marcus says, well, you know what, she can go to the studio and make music with Booby, the music that none of us ever gonna hear, is never gonna leave the studio. So anyways, Brooke, she goes to meet up with Booby or whatever, and in the studio she brings the bottle of wine with her, or whatever liquor it was, and Booby says, like, if I really pursued Brooke, I could have her. If I want her, I can have her. And then Brooke also says that, you know, it's really hard to keep, you know, Booby in a friend zone, so you guys might as well just move forward and do it. Have a relationship, you love each other, you're always telling each other that you love each other, and all your scenes are so romantic, so might as well just do what you gotta do. So we get Keisha Cole. Her stylist is Hazel-E. I didn't know Hazel-E was really a stylist. I just thought it was a running joke or something, but Hazel-E is a stylist, and he is Keisha Cole's stylist, and they meet up and they talk. And anyway, Hazel-E's telling her the rundown of the Mosika situation and with Mr. Ray's situation. He's calling Mr. Ray a blowfish, and you know, Keisha Cole's like, why you gotta be so petty? So then Keisha was like, all right, is everything gonna be okay with my attire? So moving forward, Hazel-E is really gonna go to that place and just act up like he ain't got nobody's, like, no business. So anyways, Keisha Cole meets up with A1. They actually gonna work together and do some music. They're gonna be in the studio. We'll see if they make a hit. We'll see if we already heard the hit, so that'll be good. If they can, you know, drop some new music, that would be nice. So hopefully Tia Marie and Cisco really work out, and he said he's gonna stick by her side and be there to support. I hope so. So we get to Mosika's, you know, events, and Hazel-E, as he's in there, Naya's there, Moniece is there, and then so once Mosika, she sees Moniece, she walks up to Moniece, and Moniece is next to Hazel-E, and Mosika said, hey girl, I want you to come and check out this mascara line, you're gonna love it. And she was like, and Hazel-E was trying to come, she was like, no, only my real friend. So that gave Hazel-E shade, and you know Hazel-E is petty, so Hazel-E had to be petty in the situation. So Hazel-E's like, look at this low budget shit, look at how this place is put together. And so then, you know, Ray was about to give a speech, and he was like, oh, I'm getting sleepy, somebody get me a pillow. He was like, look at this goddamn table, they got some folding tables, a dollar store cloth, and they got this cheap shit on top of the table. This is no event, this is no release party, I don't know what they're trying. He's just going in and saying that he's more expensive and worth something than anything that's on that table, and he just gave that table, you know, glory or whatever. And so him and Ray, Mr. Ray, they go back and forth. Mr. Ray was like, you be stealing clothes in your boss's name. Then as Ray is leaving, Ray says that tell Keisha Cole that you be stealing clothes in her name, and Mr. Ray was saying that he was ghetto, he's from the hood, this and all that. And Hazel-E was like, you mad because you can't be me? So they're going back and forth. So Mosika's event is total trash. Mosika's mad at Ray the most because, you know, Ray wanted to fight Hazel-E, and Hazel-E showed out, and Ray got involved with throwing drinks, and was throwing drinks at each other. It was completely a mess. And Hazel-E broke all the, you know, lip gloss and whatever was on that table. He was stepping on it. He was standing on top of the table. He was acting just like a custody to me. So the way he got on top of the table and yelling and shit, it was just straight custody behavior for me. So we will see what happened next week. Peace. I'm out.